live.
Are we ready to go? Have it.
Trustee Elaine, can you? Oh. I'm going to start the meeting.
Trustees, we're live.
Okay, let's call it.
Good evening, everyone. Got a big night ahead of us. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting for May 3rd, 2021. Honor Guard, please present the callers.
Honor Guard, forward, march!
You typically stand for this? Stand.
Prepare to post. Post. Present. Arm.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arm. Left face. Forward. March.
Please be seated. Deputy Clerk Hannaberry, attendance, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Present.
Trustee Lang?
Here.
Trustee Papantos?
Present.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Here.
Trustee Vito?
Here.
Trustee Vogel?
Here.
President Horcher?
Here, you have before you the minutes of the regular meeting of April 19th, 2021. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved. Second.
Motion, Trustee Papantos, second, Trustee Krueger. Roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horcher?
Yes, at this moment, I need a motion to adjourn Sine DA.
So moved.
Motion, Trustee Ruffatto, second. Trustee Krueger.
Give me 1 second, let me get the vote. Ruffatto Krueger?
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
President Horcher?
Yes.
And we are adjourning at 6:33.
The newly elected, please file off.
Nice to see you. Where's Jimmy?
Your Honor. Good evening. Are we ready? Your Honor.
I first
Your Honor.
wanted to say that it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here to participate in the ceremony this evening because I am a resident of the Village of Wheeling, and I'm very proud to be here tonight to participate in the swearing in of the President, the Board of Trustees, and some police officers who've all been promoted. So thank you very much for inviting me and allowing me to participate in tonight's festivities. Are you ready?
Thank you for being here.
All right, so raise your right hand. I state
I.
your name.
I, Patrick Horcher,
Having been elected to the office of Village President
having been elected to the office of Village President
in the Village of Wheeling in the counties of Cook and Lake,
in the Village of Wheeling and the counties of Cook and Lake,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of
that I will
Illinois,
faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Village President
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Village President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Do we? Thank you. Thank all of you.
Kathryn, Brady.
Yes, I am.
Well, then you're next on my list. Okay, raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Kathryn Brady,
having been elected to the office of Village Clerk
having been elected to the office of Village Clerk
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Village Clerk
of office of Village Clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand, please. I, and state your name,
I, Mary Krueger,
having been elected to the office of Village Trustee
having been elected to the office of Village
in
Trustee
the Village of Wheeling,
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand. I, and state your name, please,
I, Mary Ann Papantos,
having been elected to the office of Village Trustee
having been elected to the office of Village Trustee
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, James Ruffatto,
having been elected to the office of Village Trustee
having been elected to the office of Village Trustee
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake aforesaid,
in the counties of Cook and Lake County as aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because of the size of the group, I'm going to wait 1 second and allow the police officers' families to come in. I want to take this opportunity to thank President Horcher and the Board of Trustees and Managers Fondilis for the opportunity to promote these three individuals who you are entrusting the care of the village residents. with the best care of the law enforcement and professionalism that we can provide. And I'm really proud for this opportunity, proud of the individuals who are presenting before you tonight. And in addition to them, everybody else is over at the police station watching, and all the other police officers, men and women who provide the services. We're very proud of them. Current Commander Conway, going to step up here a little bit. On the mark, please, on the blue X.
How are you?
1 second, Judge.
Okay.
Is Michael Conway. Mike grew up. Yeah. Everybody gets to know the trustees for the years. We all in the shadows. Some of us not so much. Mike Conway grew up in Albany Park area, Chicago, as part of a close-knit family. He attended St. Patrick's High School and came to work, police work, through the circuitous route. Mike was initially involved and worked in the trades before following his twin brother, Pat, into law enforcement. In fact, Mike is probably the only police officer in Illinois who's also a card-carrying member of the Iron Workers Guild. The maturity, work ethic, and ability to collaborate Mike learned from the trades served him well when he tested for and was selected to join the Wheeling Police Department in 1997. After graduating from Illinois State Police Academy, he served in roles of police officer and detective. Because of his leadership abilities and teamwork, Mike did well in the sergeant's process, and he initially became a corporal of patrol and later a patrol sergeant, ultimately a traffic sergeant. He's been in many positions in the village. Mike's credentials were further burnished by the Northwestern University School of Police Staff and Command, followed by the FBI's Law Enforcement Executive Development Leadership Programs. At a critical point and at a moment's notice, Mike volunteered to oversee our department's efforts to remain accredited through the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. Mike quickly took charge and was instrumental in our most recent very successful reaccreditation effort, our 9th, by the way. In October 2017, Mike was promoted to commander, where he has since overseen the department training, accreditation, and policy development. Commander Conway currently resides in Chicago with his wife of 24 years, Diane, his children. Mike has a congenial, outgoing personality, if you haven't had the opportunity to spend time with him. He is respected and appreciated by the other members of the department, elected officials, and members of the community. Mike is a person of strong character who brings customer service approach to his duties, which is often emulated by those who serve with him and around him. Because of these skills, Deputy Chief Mike Conway will be instrumental in helping guide the Wheeling Police Department to a series of generational and cultural changes as this organization continues forward. Mike, if you'd like to introduce your family, and then we'll swear you in.
Tonight I have my wife Diane, my 2 sons Jack and Mike, and my daughter Emma here. My sister's here, my brother-in-law, cousins, and I have many friends over at the police station waiting to greet me.
I, and please state your name,
I, Michael Conway,
having been promoted to the position of Deputy Chief
having been promoted to the position of Deputy Chief
in the Police Department of the Village of Wheeling,
in the Police Department in the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Deputy Chief
of Deputy Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mike's wife will pin his new star on him. Congratulations. Sergeant Troy Musolf, soon to be commander. Step up. Commander Troy Musolf has been a member of the Wheeling Police Department since 2004. Prior to joining the Wheeling Police Department, Troy grew up in Arlington Heights with his parents and brother. Troy attended Hersey High School, It's not Buffalo Grove High School, but, and the University of Mississippi, where he double majored in psychology and political science. Troy graduated from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy in June of 2004 and began his field training program, which he successfully navigated and was assigned to the Patrol Division. In 2006, Troy was assigned to the Community Response Team as a bicycle officer. In 2008, he was selected to be an investigator and served in that position until 2014, when he became a corporal in the Patrol Division. In 2017, Troy was promoted to sergeant and was assigned to the afternoon shift. In 2018, he assumed the duties of investigative sergeant and has been in charge of that division since. In his assignments and investigations, he was assigned to the North Regional Major Crimes Task Force, as well as being designated a lead homicide investigator. During his career, Troy has received numerous letters of appreciation from residents, business owners, and from the police department itself. Troy has received 5 department letters of commendation and 7 letters of commendation for various cases and successful conclusions, including armed robbery, home invasion, and weapon offenses. Troy is trained in many areas, including evidence technician and youth officer, and he is also a graduate of the prestigious School of Police Staff and Command at Northwestern University. Troy currently resides in the northwest suburbs with a wife and daughters who are with him tonight, and if you'd like to introduce them.
Thank you. My wife Marissa is here with me with my 2 girls, Marina and Liana, and my parents are here tonight as well.
Raise your right hand. I state your name, please.
I, Troy Musolf,
Having been promoted to the position of commander
having been appointed to the position of commander
in the police department of the village of Wheeling,
in the police department of the village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of commander
according
to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. My girls, last time when I became sergeant, my wife pinned the star on me, and tonight on the way here, my daughters asked if they were going to be able to do that. So without any more...
Congratulations, Troy. Last but not least, Corporal Tom Pinedo, soon to be Sergeant Pinedo. Tom Pinedo has been a member of the Wheeling Police Department since October 1999 and attended the Cook County Training Academy. Prior to joining the Wheeling Police Department, Tom grew up in Chicago with his parents and siblings. Tom attended Brother Rice High School and joined the United States Marine Corps after graduating from high school. After completing 4 years of service with the Marines, Tom attended Morton College and obtained an associate's degree. Tom began his career in the Patrol Division and was assigned as a motorcycle officer until he was assigned as a school resource officer at Wheeling High School. In 2008, Tom was assigned to the Special Operations Unit, and in 2014, he was an investigator and worked in that position until he was selected corporal in 2020. While in investigations, Tom had a great career. He was assigned to the North Regional Major Crimes Task Force and then to the Major Crimes Task Force and was designated as lead homicide investigator. Tom was responsible and was investigator of the year in his last year there. He was responsible for resolving several homicides in the northwest suburbs. During his career, Tom has received numerous letters of appreciation from citizens and business owners alike. He has received 11 department letters of commendation and 10 letters of commendation for various cases. In 2019, Tom was selected, as I mentioned, as the Investigator of the Year for MCAT. He is also a youth officer, a bicycle officer, and a certified gang officer. Tom currently resides in the northwest suburbs with his wife, 2 sons and daughter. Several are with him here tonight. And congratulations, and if you'd like to introduce your family.
With me today is my father, my mother, Uriel and Celia, my wife, Blanca, my son, Nico, and my daughter, Rebecca, and my other son, TJ, is joining us through Zoom because he's at college.
Raise your right hand. I, and please state your name.
I, Thomas Pinedo,
Having been promoted to the position of sergeant
having been promoted to the position of sergeant
in the Police Department of the Village of Wheeling,
in the Police Department for the Village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of sergeant
of sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tom has asked his spouse pins him. Blanca. Thank you. Congratulations. Judge, thank you for joining us tonight. It's an honor. Have a resident of Wheeling handle this for us tonight. And again, thank you, President Horcher and trustees for this opportunity. And I always appreciate any opportunity you provide me to provide leadership, the men and women of the police department. And thank you for allowing me to do my job. You make it very easy for me as a police department leader to allow me to do my job and provide me with insight and guidance as to what the residents want and allow me to carry out the mission from there. It is much appreciated.
Judge Wagner, thank you for, goodbye, Judge Wagner. Thank you for officiating. You wandered off too quickly.
Best of luck, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to thank all of our police officers, and I would like to thank all of your families for, I say this all the time, but I do actually mean it. I'd like to thank all of your families for sharing you with us, because I know this is not a job that you can just leave here. And I know it does require the family's support, so thank you to everyone who shares your police officer relatives with us, sincerely. Do we need to call the meeting back to order? Do I need a motion for that?
No, you would just call the
Just a roll call.
You just do the call it to order.
I'd like to call the meeting back to order. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger,
Present.
Trustee Lang,
Here.
Trustee Papantos,
Present.
Trustee Ruffatto,
Here.
Trustee Vito,
Here.
Trustee Vogel,
Here.
President Horcher.
Here. Changes to the agenda?
There are no changes this evening.
Excellent. We have some proclamations. I'm going to read a couple first. We have proclamation of Elaine E. Simpson Day. This has to be read into the record. We recognized Elaine a couple weeks ago. It has to be officially done tonight because otherwise she would have seen it on the agenda. Whereas Elaine E. Simpson served as clerk of the Village of Wheeling from May 5th, 1997 until her retirement on May 3rd, 2021, and whereas during her time as village clerk, Elaine Simpson has worked diligently to assure that the Village of Wheeling conducts its business and maintains its records with transparency and consistency and treats all citizens and stakeholders with fairness and respect. And whereas, in addition to her duties as clerk, and her distinguished professional career, Elaine Simpson has demonstrated exemplary citizenship through her civic engagement, participation activities, actively in organizations, including but not limited to the Wheeling Helping Hands, St. Joseph the Worker Catholic Church, the Wheeling Senior Foundation, the Village of Wheeling Special Events Commission, the Wheeling Garden Club, the Wheeling Historic Society, and its Lollipop Lane winter holiday events, serving as Wheeling's official liaison to Santa and Mrs. Claus. Whereas Elaine Simpson's unwavering kindness and her compassionate dedication to her family, her neighbors, and her life of public service set an inspirational standard for the entire Wheeling community, now therefore I, Patrick Horcher, President of the Village of Wheeling, do hereby proclaim May 4th, 2021, as Elaine E. Simpson Day in the Village of Wheeling. I extend the village's thanks to Elaine Simpson for her years of service, and I wish her well in her continued involvement in the community, and I call upon the residents of Wheeling to join in honoring her tenure as village clerk. So thank you, Elaine, for all those years that you've given to us. We also have the Village of Wheeling Proclamation for Municipal Clerks Week. Whereas the office of Municipal Clerk is a time-honored and vital part of local governments existing throughout the world, and whereas the office of Municipal Clerk is historically recorded as the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of Municipal Clerk provides a professional link between citizens, local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas Municipal Clerks pledge to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas Municipal Clerks serves as the information center for communities' concerns and on functions of local government, and whereas Municipal Clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the Municipal Clerk through participation in educational programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, province, county, and international professional organizations, and whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the Office of Municipal Clerk, I, Patrick Horcher, President of the Village of Wheeling, do hereby recognize the week of May 2nd through May 8th as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to recently retired Clerk Elaine E. Simpson and newly elected Clerk Kathryn M. Brady, Deputy Clerk Karen Hannaberry, Wheeling Township Clerk Joanna Gauss, and Cook County Clerk Karen A. Yarborough for their service to the residents of Wheeling, as well as to all the municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and for the exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. Thank all of you for all of your services. Clerk Brady, please continue.
Okay. Peace Officers Memorial Day and National Police Week, May 9th through the 15th, 2021. Whereas the members of the Wheeling Police Department are among approximately 800,000 law enforcement officers serving communities across the United States, performing duties that require them to put their lives at risk in order to protect others. And whereas, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, 56,034 assaults against law enforcement officers took place in 2019, resulting in 17,188 injuries. And whereas since the first recorded death in 1786, more than 22,000 law enforcement officers in the United States have had the ultimate sacrifice and been killed in the line of duty. And whereas the numbers includes Officer Kenneth R. Dawson of the Wheeling Police Department, whose end of watch was November 5th, 1985, and whereas Officer Dawson is among the fallen officers whose name is engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. And whereas this spring, 394 new names were added to the memorial, including 295 officers killed in 2020, 182 of which were COVID-19 related, and 99 officers killed in previous years. And whereas on May 13th, 2021, the service and sacrifice of all the officers killed in the line of duty will be honored during the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund 33rd Annual Candlelight Vigil and part of the observations for the National Police Week. And whereas U.S. flags are flown at half-staff of Peace Officers Memorial Day, May 15th of each year, in honor of all the fallen officers and their families. Patrick Horcher, President of the Village of Wheeling, formally designates May 9th through the 15th, 2021 as Police Week in the Village of Wheeling, and publicly salutes the service of law enforcement officers in our community and in communities across the nation. Building Safety Month, May 2021. Whereas Wheeling is committed to recognizing that our growth and strengths depend on our safety and economic value of the homes, buildings, and infrastructures that serve our citizens both in everyday life and in times of disaster. And whereas our confidence in the relics of their buildings that make up our community and achieved through the devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety, and fire prevention officers. Architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, designers, professional laborers, plumbers, and other in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safety, construction of buildings. And whereas those guardians are dedicated members of the Internal Code Council and nonprofit that brings together local, state, and federal office officials who are experts in the building environmental to create to implement the highest quality codes to protect us in the buildings where we live, learn, and work, and play. And whereas our nation benefits economically and technologically from using the international code that are developed by the National Voluntary Consensus Code and Standards Developing Organization, our government is able to avoid the high cost of complexity of developing and maintaining these codes, which are the most widely adopted building safety and fire prevention code in the world. And whereas these modern building codes include safeguards to protect the public from hazards such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, wildland fires, floods, and earthquakes. And whereas Building Safety Month is sponsored by the International Code Council to remind the public about the critical roles of our community, largely unknown protectors of public safety, our local code officials who assume us of safe, sustainable, and energy effective and livable building. And whereas prevent, prepare, protect, building code save, the theme of the Building Safety Month 2021, encourages all Americans to raise awareness of the importance of safety and the resilient construction, fire prevention, disaster mitigation, energy conservation, water safety training, the next generation, and new technologies in the construction industry. And whereas each year in observation of Building Safety Month, people all over the world are asked to consider the commitment to improve building safety, resilience, and economic investment at home, in the community, and to acknowledge the essential services provided to all of us by local and state building departments, fire prevention bureaus, and federal agencies in protecting lives and property. Now, therefore, it is verbally proclaimed that May 1st through May 31st, 2021 is Building Safety Month in Wheeling.
Thank you, Clerk Brady. We've already appointed and promoted enough. Do we have any citizens' concerns or comments?
We do not.
No. Okay.
Thank you. Staff reports. Manager Spondilis.
Thank you. There are two items this evening that I'd like to bring to your attention, both related to Public Works. First is the Wolf Road IDOT reconstruction project. Just a quick update. As of Friday, May 14th, access to westbound Strong Avenue from Wolf Road will be closed due to water main installation and construction work related to improvements from the Wolf Road reconstruction project. Ingress and egress to Strong Avenue will be available to residents from Northgate Parkway. This closure is expected to last for 3 weeks. Mayor Avenue to the north will remain open to provide access to the subdivision to the west. And just as a point of note, this was a last-minute addition that the village quickly put together in order to accommodate some requests from the state, hence the short notice. This was actually supposed to happen last Friday, and the state pushed it off until May 14th. So we just thought it was appropriate to announce here. The second event is a document recycling event. On Saturday, May 8th, Swank and the Village of Wheeling are hosting a document shredding and recycling event at the Department of Public Works, which is at 77 West Hintz Road, from 9 a.m. until noon. There are no electronic waste collection opportunities at this particular event. This is document destruction and shredding only. Village residents and all residents from Swank member communities are allowed to participate. There are a few COVID-related limitations for this event, such as residents must wear a mask, the items to be recycled must be in the trunk of your car, and a valid photo ID showing that you are a resident of Wheeling or one of the Swank member communities will be required. Additional information on both of these items will be added to the village's website for reference.
Thank you, Mr. Spondilis. Any other, we have no other staff reports. Clerk Brady, consent agenda.
Consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the village board and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussions of these items unless a board member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered after all other agenda items. Resolution. Authorizing the acceptance of a previously bid contract for XPIC, sorry if I killed it, Systems, Inc., for the purchase of 8 replacement dispatch council desks in the amount not to exceed $167,200. Authorizing the acceptance of a proposal from Preferred Electric for high voltage electrical service in the amount not to exceed $37,875. Authorizing approval of the Illinois Department of Transportation, IDOT, resolution to approximate $1,375,000 motor fuel tax funds for the village's 2021 budget for street improvement in FY 2021. Authorizing the acceptance of previously bid source well contract number 040319-CEC for the purchase of 1 Bobcat Toolcat model 5600 for Atlas Bobcat in the amount not to exceed $48,189 in 2021. Authorizing the acceptance of previous bid state contract number 19-416 CMS-BOSS4-P-8607 with Rush Truck Center and Sourcewell contract number 080114-MTE with Monroe Truck Equipment for the purchase of 1 2.5-ton single axle dump truck with snowplow and salt spreader with electronic liquid pre-wet for the total amount of $170,475. Declaring as surplus and authorizing the disposal of personal property owned by the village by recycling, trade-in, donation, or public auction. Appointing a director and alternative director to the Solid Waste Agency of the Northern Cook County.
Thank you, Clerk Brady. Any questions or comments? We
Make
have
a
none.
motion to approve.
Second.
Trustee Vogel, second. Trustee Krueger, Papantos, sorry. Roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger,
Yes.
Trustee Lang,
Yes.
Trustee Papantos,
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto,
Yes.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
Trustee Vogel,
Yes.
President Horcher.
Yes. We have no old business, new business. Clerk Brady. Read A and B together, please.
Thank you. Granting special use approval to permit a drive-through restaurant at 227-251 East Dundee Road, Popeyes, docket number 2021-5. And granting major site plan of building appearance approval to permit construction of a drive-through restaurant at 227-251 East Dundee Road, Popeyes, docket number PC 21-5.
Thank you, Clerk Brady. Mr. Clicker, what do we have?
Yes, on April 14th, the Plan Commission held a hearing for the request of the petitioner, who is proposing to construct a 2,512 square foot Popeyes Louisiana kitchen drive-through restaurant at the southwest corner of Dundee and Willie Avenue. Just like to note on this, with our recent code changes, the only aspect of this restaurant that does require the special use is the drive-through. So that's why the special use was brought before the Plan Commission, because of the drive-through. We take into consideration the drive-through flow and the noise of the squawk box and make sure that it is in the best location possible for the neighborhood. With that, there was some discussion regarding the hours at the Plan Commission, and a condition was asked to be placed that the drive-through hours be limited to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. With that, the motion was approved by the Plan Commission with a vote of 4 ayes and 1 nay.
Thank you, Mr. Clicker. Questions or comments from the board? Left, right, Trustee Lang?
Thank you. Just a quick question. I didn't see it in the packet, so how does the write-in, write-out work in conjunction with Dunkin' Donuts next door?
How does it work now?
There is one.
Correct.
There, and this will also be used for the.
Correct.
For Popeyes as well. So it kind of combines all that.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
No other questions or comments? Trustee Vito.
Did the petitioners want longer hours?
They originally did have a different hour frame, but they actually are the ones that suggested this revised hours.
It's never too late for some Popeyes. I would be okay with as long as you guys want to stay open and as early.
Trustee Vito, the corporate representative stated that those are their standard national hours. So that's what he had wanted.
Taco Bell it is.
Also awesome.
Especially late at night.
Any other comments or questions? Popeyes is very good too. I do look forward to it.
So moved.
Motion, Trustee Lang. Second. Trustee Krueger. Clerk Brady, roll call, please. Wait, we'll do these individually. 16A first. Is that acceptable, Trustee Lang and Krueger? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Lang? President Horcher?
Yes.
And we're doing another one for the...
On B, I do have a question.
Trustee Papantos.
Thank you. Are there still tenants in the current buildings?
No.
Okay. And I read in the packet that the signage is going to be on all 4 sides of the building. Will that have will the signs go off at a closing so that it's not shining into it's just the one side that?
Correct. And the signage that is actually going to be on the building is actually illuminated with a gooseneck light. It's not a internally illuminated sign.
Okay, so it's not going to be shining out too. And sometimes fried food smells, and I realize that, we've come a long way. Will the exhaust fans have filters on it so that the neighborhood doesn't smell like fried chicken all the time?
Yes.
So, well, it is good late at night, but if you're trying to go to sleep at 11, it may not be what you want to smell. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. If there are no other questions,
Trustee Vito wants to know when they're going to open.
Yeah, for real.
Did I disappoint you, Joe?
Yeah, Popeyes smells delicious all the time.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to live next to it.
Yeah.
when do you plan to open? Please introduce yourself.
Good evening. I'm Gerardo Ulloa. I'm the Midwest Construction Manager for Popeyes. We are hoping to groundbreak in October with the 120-day construction schedule, so we're looking at January of 2022, if all goes well.
It's a long time.
Trustee Vito would like it sooner.
Oh, yeah. Gotta go to Buffalo Grove.
Some of that depends on you.
Thank you, sir. If there are no other questions, Trustee Ruffatto?
No.
The motion?
Motion.
Motion, Trustee Ruffatto on 16B, second.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Elaine?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horcher?
Yes. Item C.
Amending the Wheeling Municipal Code Title II, Officers Administration Impersonal, Chapter 2.25, Purchases, Contracts, and Bidding Procedures.
Ms. Malozzi.
Hi, yes, thank you. So this ordinance would amend the code section 2.25 of the municipal code to allow for and clarify when we have purchases that are individually less than the $25,000 threshold for village manager approval, but that may in the aggregate over the course of the year exceed $25,000, that those can be made within his authority, and then at his discretion, his or her discretion, direct staff to seek competitive bids or competitive quotes for services of the following year. These are for our generally small and recurring bills, like our utility bills with ComEd or AT&T, or for office supplies that come up that are small amounts, and we don't always know if they're going to exceed $25,000 over the year. You will still approve and see all the bills, so your normal bill payment procedure, but it's just that taking making it clear that that extra step wouldn't be necessary when those individual contracts or invoices are under the threshold.
Thank you, Ms. Malozzi. Questions or comments from the board? If there are none, we need a motion for approval.
So moved.
Give the motion to Trustee Papantos, the second to you. I saw your mouth move.
I did it.
She threw her voice down this end.
I saw her mouth move. Motion to Trustee Krueger, second to Trustee Vogel. Roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Elaine?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horcher?
Yes. Official communications. I would like to thank everyone who voted during this last campaign. It was certainly passionate and interesting. Those of you who voted for those of us who won, I thank you. Those of you who didn't vote for us, I hope we can gain your trust over the course of the next few years. But again, thank you to everyone who did vote. It's the democratic process, and it's very important to all of us. Any other comments, or Trustee Papantos?
Yes, thank you. I just want to welcome Clerk Brady, who's, first time up there. You did great. And congratulations to Trustee Ruffatto. It's the first time he's really had to go through an election. It's something that I don't think he really knew what he was getting into when we all started meetings last January. I miss our Tuesday night Zoom meetings, I'm telling you. But I too want to thank everybody who took the time to vote, who took the time to run for office. It is sad when some of our positions throughout the township, park district and school boards either don't have enough people to run, or the library, you have to count on people to, write in. Park district, the same thing. So thank you to the park district and the library board people who keep it going and are there. So congratulations to you all, too.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. Trustee Krueger, then Trustee Ruffatto.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will echo Trustee Papantos and welcome Clerk Brady to the board.
Thank you.
It's good to see you at the dais, and you did a great job tonight. So, and I too would like to thank the voters. I keep telling myself third time's a charm. So I am grateful for your trust in me and the incumbents to stay with this village and do the very best that we can to move us forward, certainly out of a pandemic and to great things beyond. So that's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Krueger. Trustee Ruffatto.
Along the same lines, I would like to thank my family. Some of them were here tonight. My son, daughter, daughter-in-law, a couple of grandkids were here, and of course my wife, Rose. As Mayor Papantos said, this was a very interesting election, not what I had expected, and hopefully we don't have an election like this again. And it's good to have candidates, and it's good to have dialogue. But it was just really interesting. And of course, I received a lot of helpful input from fellow trustees, Ray, Dave, Joe, and Mary and Pat that were invaluable as I was going through this. So thank you all.
Thank you, Trustee Ruffatto. If we have no other business, we do have the bills for April 15th through April 28th, 2021 that need to be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Trustee Vogel, and then I know that was you this time, Trustee Papantos. Roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Elaine?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Ruffatto?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horcher?
Yes, we have no executive session, so we have no executive session minutes or meetings or business, so I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
To
Adjourn.
adjourn.
Adjourn. So moved.
Still Trustee Ruffatto, second.
Second.
Trustee Krueger, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Oh, my cupcake?
No,